is that the question whether they are independent candidates has to be, I mean, who's calling them independent candidates? Election Commission.
Yes.
It's not a binding finding.
Yes.
I mean, after all, these are people, as per the parent statute, who filed nomination forms saying they are candidates of the PTI.
Yes.
So they remain throughout candidates of PTI irrespective of the election symbol.
Yes.
So if they are already members of the PTI, post-election, the returned candidates, I mean, speaking for myself, no question arises of them subsequently joining PTI. They are always members of PTI. Yes. For purposes of... Now, in terms of the question of the independence, it seems to me, abhi jis tarah aapne padha hai, कि the main rule is laid down in paragraph D, main part. Proportional representation.
Yes.
This is a balance that cannot be tipped.
Yes.
Negative aspect, positive aspect. Negative aspect, it can't be tipped in favor of a political party by giving it more than proportional representation.
Yes.
Positive aspect, each political party must be given the number of reserved seats proportional to what it has won. How do you determine that? Well, look at the Form A of the parent statute. But you see, I think proviso is the exception. But आप proviso के आपने अभी पढ़ा हमारे सामने, I think you are perhaps, speaking for myself, not paying enough attention to the opening words of the proviso. उसको पढ़ें जरा.
हाँ, बिल्कुल सही. Provided that for the purpose of this
paragraph. You see, the thing is that someone who is truly an independent, who fills in a form saying, I don't belong to any political party, in the life of the National Assembly, at any time he can join a political party. At any time. Right? What the proviso is saying is, for the purposes of this paragraph, paragraph D, that if there are independents in the House, right, within those 3 days, if they join a particular political party, then the proportionality will be tipped.
Yes.
This is the only permissible tipping.
Yes.
But if 6 months later, 1 year later, enough independents, suppose, join that political party to have tipped the balance, that is not going to count. The purpose of the proviso is to lock it in.
Yes.
For the purposes of this paragraph, it does not bar an independent from subsequent. That's got nothing to do with it.
Yes.
It's saying for the purposes of this paragraph because the proviso recognizes that it is creating an exception and allowing for the balance to be tipped. Therefore, it has the opening words for the purposes of this paragraph, not for any other purpose, and the closing words within 3 days.
Yes.
So that seems to me to reconcile why the proviso, for whatever reason, it's been put in there, probably to encourage maybe independents to join political parties and therefore to give further effect to the salient feature of the Constitution, parliamentary democracy based on political parties, to eliminate, if I may use that word, the independents roaming around. But the question of who is an independent, can the Election Commission create a category out of the air because it so finds it convenient, or because for whatever purpose, or is it bound by the Constitution? Is it bound by the parent statute? They have the record. These people filed nomination forms as candidates of PTI. They fought that election on that basis. They were returned on that basis. ECB says no, they are independent. Arey bhai, kahan se? Simply because judgment of the Supreme Court. That's a very dangerous interpretation, but we'll hear ECB counsel on that.
But यहाँ हम इस presumption